Now let's get you more breaking updates coming in. Times Now is tracking every update in the Judge Cash controversy scandal. Now, two Supreme Court officers visited the Delhi Fire Service Chief Atul Garg's office and left after a brief 10-minute stay. Remember, the Delhi Fire Services Chief Atul Garg had earlier denied the reports attributing to him a statement claiming that no cash was found during the firefighting operations at the residence of the Delhi High Court Judge Justice Yashwant Verma, after which he did a U-turn. My colleague Shivam is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Shivam, what are the details? We're told that officials from the Supreme Court visited Atul Garg. This is the same man who had initially claimed that there was no unusual activity, no cash has been found. But now video very clearly shows huge mountain of cash that was found at the judge's residence.
Exactly, Pratibha, and that is why now there are a lot of answers to be, given by Atul Garg, the Delhi Fire Services chief, who, speaking exclusively to Times Now, also said that the team did not find anything suspicious on the site on the night of 14 when the fire call was happened. However, after the video has emerged, we have tried, contacting them a lot of times. They have not responded to our calls, to the way we have tried to connect them. However, at 1:07, to be very precise, the two officials from the Supreme Court team come to this place. This is now the Delhi Fire Services fire station at Bikaji Kama Place. This is the place where Atul Garg lives. He resides. At 1:07, the officials come visit to this place in a car. And exactly at 1:15, just after 8 minutes, they go back from this particular place. So this shows that 8 minutes, although is very less time to investigate, to ask question. There are possible chances that a notice has been served of investigation. There are chances that he will be investigated further, because there is a clear-cut contrast in the statement made by him on the phone exclusively to Times Now and what the video is saying. The video clearly shows the firemen standing, and some of them could be heard saying, "Gandhi ji, mein aag lag gayi," basically saying that the notes are burned, and those was the fire servicemen at that particular place who was shown in the video. So that is where the entire thing becomes really precarious, really confusing, and it is Atul Garg who has to now give a lot of answers to the Supreme Court committee, because remember, it is not a it's not a simple case. When Times Now have also accessed the notes just 22 steps away from the main residence, this shows that yes, there were notes. The video shows that there was notes, and then it is the contrast in the statement of Delhi Fire Chief Atul Garg and the evidences that are coming in, especially from the Supreme Court side, who have made it absolutely clear that yes, there were a pile of notes which was found. So this is something where the situation has turned very confusing. He has to answer most probably the situation, because today is Sunday. He must have been served a notice, and he has to reply at the earliest as possible.
Okay, all right. Dr. Adesh Agarwala continues to stay live with us, and I want to ask you, with so many discrepancies coming to light, we've also spoken about how there have been two versions. First, from the Delhi Fire Services chief as well, who initially claimed no cash was found. Then he did a U-turn. Now there is video that shows the fire personnel clearing out the debris where you can see the burnt note. So there was clearly an attempt where he said earlier that no cash was found. Similarly, about the transfer of the judge as well, the Supreme Court says that it was unrelated, but the Delhi High Court Chief Justice says that it was told by the Chief Justice based on the investigation in the case. So there are some discrepancies which has led to these questions. Yes, the Supreme Court has taken a very, very big step towards transparency, because it has made public all of these details. So it is a step towards transparency. But still, the questions do remain, and there are questions including, why don't we still have a figure of what is the amount of money that was allegedly found at his residence? Why has an FIR not been filed? The answers to this still remain elusive.
Madam, kindly understand, we are having independent judiciary. If we allow police to register the case against the judges, then there will be the democracy can't be saved. Our judges are protecting our system. If FIR is lost immediately, then the police will register FIR after throwing some notes against the Chief Justice of India also. You want that? This is the foolishness to ask FIR to be registered. FIR, there is a system. In-house committee has been constituted by Chief Justice of India, 2 sitting Chief Justices and 1 other senior judge. Things have to move in accordance with law.
Okay.
If judges are being prosecuted, even if something is found, and here it is in the report of Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, it is clear that room remain open. That is adjacent room to the servant quarter, where the security personnel are staying, where anybody can go. You are showing from
in fact,
the main gate.
the Delhi Police Commissioner in his report has said that it was a room that was locked. That was the report that was given by the Delhi Police Commissioner. That was a report that was given by the Delhi Police Commissioner to the Supreme Court. In fact, the court asked the Delhi Police Commissioner for details, and this is what the Commissioner is said to have said. In fact, he also told that the next day after the fire, all of it had been cleared out. This does raise these questions. You can say, yes, an inquiry has been ordered and answers will be out only then. But the questions of opaqueness still continue, and which is why there is a need for transparency. We'll have to leave it at that. Thanking you for joining us on the broadcast. We continue our coverage of the massive cash that was allegedly found at the judge's residence, all the details and the investigations thus far. For now, very quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.